Hello, I'm Charlotte and this is Books and Bargains. Today I'm coming to you with the Booktube birthday tag. As you'll see in this, it's the 18th of June and tomorrow is my first Booktube birthday. I didn't realise that I was coming up to my Booktube birthday until I watched Emma's video, which I will link above, and saw she was doing the Booktube birthday tag. Thought I'd have a look when my birthday was, and hey presto, I have now been on Booktube for a year and I can't believe that. The tag was originally created by Average Joe Reads and I'll leave his link below. So let's get into the questions. Question number 1 is, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? Well, I've already just answered that. I'm celebrating 1. Today it has been a whole year since I've been on Booktube, which for someone that picks up and drops hobbies like I do, being here a whole year is something that I am pretty proud of. Question 2 is, what has made you motivated to continue making videos? And it's the support that I get from you guys. I know everybody probably says that, but I have made some really great friends in this community already, and you guys know who you are. And I just love talking to people about books. And since I've started my Booktube, I've started talking to more people in real life about books. I didn't realise how some of my colleagues are such avid readers as well, and it's only since if I read a book and I rate it 3-star or below, I don't tend to keep it. And also if it's a hardback, I don't tend to keep it because, as you can probably see, I collect paperbacks. So I've been taking stacks into work during lockdown. I usually just give them to the charity shop, and so many of my colleagues have taken them and have been talking to me about books, so it's been really great. Question 3, what are your 3 favourite videos you've made in the past year and why? And I tried to go into these tags without thinking too hard about this, so this is coming straight off the top of my head. The first one I'm going to pick is my very first video. And welcome to my first YouTube video. If you don't know me, my name's Charlotte and I have a bit of an addiction to charity shops. It's not the best, obviously. It is a book haul, I think. I either started with a book haul or a wrap-up, whichever it is, I'll link it in the cards and it'll be below. But I was just proud of myself for picking up the camera and doing it. It was something that I'd been thinking of for a while. I think I'd been watching Booktube for about 6 months or so before I made my first video, so I was really proud of that one. Number 2, I'm going to pick the vlog that I did the week that I had surgery. These are my instructions on things that I need to do between now and surgery. Good morning, it is 5:30 and I slept for about 3 hours last night, so I'm absolutely exhausted. So I've made it to the hospital in one piece, despite going to the loo about 500 times this morning, so I'm ready to do this. There you go. So you can probably hear my cats going bad to be fed, but I am home from the hospital now. Vlogging itself was something that I never thought I'd have the confidence to do, and I've been really loving editing them. Oh, and the vlogs will be coming back in July, so I hope you're looking forward to that. But actually just continuing vlogging through what was a really tough week for me having my hysterectomy. Also, I'm going to do a video soon on that. And I've had quite a few messages on Instagram from people who have watched those vlogs and are having surgery themselves and have asked me questions, and that if I can help one person with those vlogs, then it was definitely worth it. It was even worth the bit where the cat attacked my stitches. If you saw that, you're an OG subscriber. Oh, that was sore. And number 3, I'm going to go for my channel trailer. This might sound really silly, but I was in a real creative slump at the time and I just thought I need to do something. I didn't want to be on camera, so I just sat and tinkered with that, and yeah, it's one of those things that I really enjoy. Question 4 is, what have you struggled with on Booktube in this past year and how have you overcome it? And one of the things that I struggled with during lockdown was working alongside doing my Booktube and feeling creative. And the way I overcame it was I actually told myself that I was going to take a month off YouTube. So I took off the pressure to film, and actually by managing those expectations and saying that I wasn't going to film anything, it made me really want to film. So it's a bit of a reverse psychology thing, but it has meant that I have been pulling out at least 2 videos a week for the past few weeks. And yeah, just telling yourself that there's no pressure. This isn't my job. I love what I do, but I never want to feel pressured to make videos. And I was starting to feel a bit like that, whereas now I'm doing them again because I love them. And if I don't, then I'll stop. That is just how I see it. Number 5 is choose one moment from your past year on Booktube that you would like to relive. And I don't actually think... No, I tell you what I would like to relive. I went to a blogging event in August last year, and it was just after I'd started this channel. So when I got the invite, well, I didn't, technically, I saw this on a blogging group. If you don't know, before I started this channel, I used to run a blog called Discovering Charlotte. And it was a lifestyle blog, and I never really felt like I fit in. I'd go to blogging events and I had a whale of a time, but I always felt a little bit like I didn't know what was my niche. And it's only since doing this channel that I'm like, yeah, books are it. Books are definitely it. And obviously chronic illness. And on a blogging group that I'm on Facebook, the Baristas Book Chamber had reached out for bloggers, and I got in touch with them and went along. And if you're ever, so they have moved now. The event that I went to was in Retford, and in Retford is the Barista in Wonderland, which is a fantastic children's bookshop. It is gorgeous, and I can't wait for lockdown to be lifted to go again. And the original Baristas Book Chamber has moved to Matlock. Again, cannot wait to visit their shop there. So that is what I would like to relive. That blogger event was fantastic. We went to the shop for a screening of Clue, which is hilarious. And again, I will link that vlog above, whichever side it is. Number 6 is shout out a supporter of your channel. Now, I'm not going to do that because I feel a little bit like there's far too many people that are supporters of these channel that I'd want to shout out. I talk about specific books, and I will tell you that a certain YouTuber made me buy it. So I don't feel like I should shout out single people here. I love you all. I think you're all fantastic, and my channel wouldn't be what it is without you guys supporting me. Question 7 is, what's the best book you've read in the last year? I feel like I'm saying I'm not answering a lot of these questions, but trying to pick one book from the past year feels a little bit like trying to choose one of my cats as my favourite, and I just couldn't do it. So what I am going to do, next week you'll be seeing my mid-year freak-out tag, and you will have the best book of this year so far, but obviously that just goes from January. What I've done this year, last year I got to the end of the year and I couldn't have told you a ranking of my books, whereas over on my shelf over there I have a top 10. So every time I read a fantastic book, I now hold it up and see where it slots into the lineup. So hopefully at the end of this year you will get my top 10 of 2020. Question 8 is, where do you see your channel in a year's time and what do you hope to achieve? And honestly, if you'd have asked me a year ago what I wanted by my first Booktube birthday, I wanted to reach 100 subscribers, and I am currently on 450. So I know it's not about the numbers, but I cannot believe that there's 450 of you out there that watch little old me. I want to do more in the way, I want to shout out more booktubers that I watch. That's a new series that's going to be starting from, I think, next week. I want to visit more indie bookshops once we come out of lockdown. And I would like to really push my anxiety and go further afield to meet up with friends. So let me know where you are around the country. I want to do some day trips if I can, and maybe some overnight trips. Yeah, I just really want to push my limits with my anxiety. Let me know your favourite bookshops and I will try and visit them. This will probably be after my next Booktube anniversary, but I want to go to Yalk because the idea of a convention like that absolutely petrifies me with my anxiety, but I really want to do it and get over it. So yeah, Thank you for joining me on this year on Booktube. It has been a whirlwind of a year in my personal life, and here's on to bigger and better things next year. Please like and subscribe below if you like this video and want to subscribe. And until next time, look after yourselves. Bye!